Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the topic reading and note making using linear method. Before that, you should understand what's the difference between note taking and note making. Note making is the process of creating simple notes and rewriting them in your own words. Through note making, you can reward someone else's ideas into notes that fit your needs. So, this note taking is the process of typing notes as you read or listen to something in real time. When note taking, you flex your multitasking skills and think on your feet as you walk to jot down all the important stuff. Okay, this is what the difference between note taking and note making. Note making, while reading, you will get the points or you will write it on your own. Note taking, after reading or listening something. Okay, so this is note taking. Check your multitasking skills. Okay, so the next thing, look at this. Which one is a good note making? The good note making enables you to avoid unintentional plagiarism. You all know what is plagiarism, right? You should not completely copy the given text or the reference text. Okay, so the next one helps you to focus on what is important in what you are reading. Because from our school days we do this reading comprehension. After reading the reading comprehension, we go to the question part and read the question and pick the right answer from the passage, right? The same thing, but here we are doing note making. So what you have to do, you have to keep on focusing on what you are reading, and you have to note down the important words, the important year, the important incidents, events, all those things you have to note it down while reading, because you have no idea which is gonna ask to be in question part, right? So be focused and note down all important part in reading. And the next one helps you to understand and remember material and make connections, because after you note down all the important points, all the essential points, you should be ready to give connection to what you have noted. Yes, and it helps you to structure the assignments you are searching for. So if I'll ask my students to do note making after given the passage, the first thing what we teach them is do focus, give your full attention, read the passage line by line, read the passage thoroughly. Yes, and note down all important jargon, that is complex words or technical words and years, and the new words, vocabulary. He can improve his vocabulary skills, and the lesson he gets from the passage, all those things we give practice them to read and write. Yes, this note making gives them even gives a chance to improve their writing skills too. And look at this, there can be sometimes problems, what I'm trying to say, this note making can distract you from listening to lectures. Okay, and this note making creates additional stress on those who do not write naturally. Yes, because when we do this note making, right, sometimes people can understand after reading the passage, but they are not able to write it on their own, because in this note making we tell them, try to pick the essential points, essential words. Yes, this is called note making. But sometimes we ask them to write on their own sentence. They are struggling to do that. Okay, so sometimes you can end up with so many notes that you have to spend twice the amount of time going through them again to find out the important points, because I know some of the students, what they have to do, each and every word they'll note it down on their paper, on their notes, because they have no idea which is important, which they have to ignore, and uh, because they don't know how to analyze the paragraph. That understanding and remembering from the reading passage, that's a good task, really a big task. So sometimes these are the problems students can face. And look at this characteristic of good notes. Which is the good notes? Short and compact. You no need to write up 3 to 4 pages note making, or just keep on writing something. Avoid that. Whenever your paragraph is short and sweet, or short and concise, the people can easily read that, easily understand that, right? And complete information. If it is a paragraph, inside that paragraph you are you have so much content in that. You have tried to give all the informations, right? So that is easy for them to read, and it should be some logical, and your paragraph should be understandable. So I'll encourage my students to write a short paragraph. Okay, because sometimes when we read a paragraph, or when we read some article in a magazine, we just avoid the whole content, right? We just read the first paragraph and the last paragraph. We try somewhat we try to understand what is given, but even that article itself only 2 paragraphs, it is easy for us to read and understand, right? It should be some logical. So try to give the passage very short and compact. And look at this. There are many types of note making: the outline method, the mapping method, the Cornell method, and the linear method. We are going to see now the linear method. Okay, so how to write note making? Follow the following steps. Look at this. The first one I already told you. First, you read the passage carefully, yes, and try to get the theme and subject of the passage. For example, the whole passage is about robot. Okay, so you understand this passage is gonna tells about the robot, when they manufactured, or the usage of robots, and advantages, disadvantages, all those comes in that part, right? So you just first thing, you should understand the subject of the passage. Okay, and read carefully, identify main ideas and important supporting details, because when we develop paragraph or sentences, we need some hint, right? That is what this important supporting details. Okay, and make notes of the main ideas under headings, and add sub points under subheadings. Okay, I'll show you how you have to do this linear method, and use proper layout format. There is a proper format for this linear method. Okay, so I'll show you how you have to write. And the step 5 is use recognizable abbreviations wherever possible. Okay, and the next one, look at this. What are the things, suggestions for making linear notes more useful? The first thing, you just try to give a title or headings. Okay, and you have to create subheadings. Okay, and within that subheadings, you are going to add some sub points. Okay, and you have to give the keywords, okay, and you can use like a numbering to keep yourself organized, yes, and use abbreviations, okay, and leave plenty of space, because if it is because that is easy for you to add some details when you remember, okay. And the next one, look at this. This is what the format. The first one is headings and subheadings. See, within that subheading, look at this here. You just mark like 1A, 1B, 1C, otherwise 1C, 1C, because these are the sub points, okay, because it is easy for you to understand the passage clearly, and you are trying to convey the reader can understand what is inside the paragraph. So this is the method we follow in the linear method, okay. So here I have given some example passage. You have to read the complete passage. This complete passage is talking about headache, okay. There are two types of headache. One is migraine headache and the other one is stress headache. So here I've given the problem of symptoms of migraine headache and the symptoms of stress headache and all those things, okay. You have to read the passage clearly. See, look at this. I've given the title, headaches and their treatments, yes. And look at this. The first one, I've given the subheading, identification, okay, and I've given the sub points, like one is tension headache, the other one is migraine headache. Look at this. And my second subheading is like the symptoms, right? What are the symptoms from this tension headache, okay? And like feeling tight band around head, pain in neck and shoulders, okay. And the sub thing is 2, it's a migraine headache. Migraine headache is pain on one side of the head, and we feel vomiting and irritability and bright spot of flashes of light. Sometimes when we get headache, we try to avoid seeing lights, right? So what are the causes and what are the treatment? See, look at this linear method of points, how I have given. With this point, easily the person who reads can develop a paragraph. So this is what a linear method note making. Yes? Yes. Look at this. So here I have given the assessment to read the following passage and make suitable notes. Okay, whenever you have time, just read this paragraph and try to put it in a linear method of note making, and definitely it will be more useful for you to develop your paragraph in future. Yes, thank you.